My child, attention, listen carefully now. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. When I call your name like this, it is because something that concerns your peace, your name, and your next season is on the table. If you are hearing this right now, it is not random. This is divine timing meeting your life in real time. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you. Stop scrolling. Stay present. Open your heart and listen. I am sounding the alarm over your story because I love you too much to let confusion keep draining the strength I gave you. Hear me. This is not gossip. This is not revenge. This is not drama. This is alignment. I am turning on the light so you can walk clean and unburdened. I am interrupting your routine because routine has almost caused you to miss what I am doing. When I interrupt, it is because movement is required, not frantic movement, not reactive movement, responsive movement, aligned movement. You have been carrying a quiet pressure that others could not name, mixed signals, whispered contradictions, a fog that settled over decisions you used to make with clarity. You have felt pulled into side conversations that stole your sleep. You have replayed moments you could not explain, trying to make peace with what did not sit right. You have bled energy into a wound I never asked you to keep touching. I am stopping the leak. I am closing the gap. I am removing the fog so your mind no longer fights shadows. I am returning you to the assignment I gave you before the noise multiplied. If you are seeing this now, it is finally your time to let me lead you out of the maze. I will show you what to ignore, what to confront, and what to release. I will show you when to speak and when to be silent. I will show you how to keep your hands clean while the truth rises. You do not need revenge. You need alignment. Alignment is your assignment. Vindication is mine. Do not reach for weapons I did not place in your hands. Do not waste your breath trying to manage opinions I will overturn with light. Your peace is precious to me. Your name matters to me. Your next season has weight, and I am guarding it. Hear me clearly. I am not exposing to entertain you. I am exposing to protect you. I am not turning on the light to humiliate anyone. I am turning on the light to end the cycle that stalked your peace. Light heals. Light reveals. Light clarifies. I am turning on the light in a way that stabilizes you rather than shakes you loose. You will not be swallowed by what comes to the surface. You will be steadied inside it. Stay with me. Breathe. Do not rush to conclusions. I am guiding this. You have asked me, should I do something? Should I say something? Am I imagining this? My answer begins here. Be present enough to receive what I am saying. The delay in your hand was not neglect from mine. Silence was not absence. Silence was alignment forming. I held your reply because I am protecting the integrity of your next move. I am arranging the moment so that when the truth appears, you will not be provoked into smallness. You will be positioned in steadiness, not early, not late, right on time. Pay attention to this. Windows open for those who are ready to step through. This moment is a window, not a wave to ride until it tires you. I am offering you clarity that will stop you from spending one more day contending with distractions I never assigned you. Receive it like breath. Do not perform for it. Do not force it. Alignment is not forced. It is responded to. Your role is to stay awake, stay clean, and stay inside my timing. I saw you hold your tongue when you could have defended yourself. I saw you choose quiet integrity when accusations tried to name you. I saw you restrain your hands when pettiness begged for a reply. I saw your endurance, your humility, your quiet faith. Many start strong. Few stay steady. You stayed. I honor that now by covering you while I clarify the room around you. Your restraint was not wasted. Your patience is about to be rewarded with peace you can feel. So hear this commissioning within the alarm. Release the urgency to clap back. Retreat from the edge where retaliation feels like relief. It is counterfeit relief. It steals more than it gives. I will handle the truth. I will manage the exposure. I will secure your reputation. I will order the steps you need to take so you can move forward without losing your peace. I will teach your discernment to separate signal from noise. Some things will be handled by your silence. Some things will be addressed with wise words at a precise time. Some things will be let go entirely. Trust me to teach you which is which. For now, do not run to tell anyone you heard this. Do not announce your awakening to people who mistake clarity for drama. Sit with me. Let calm settle like confirmation. Let the alarm bring you to attention, not to agitation. This is mercy. I am stopping what has been siphoning your strength. I am calling you into clean air. If you are hearing this now, it is because I have set my eyes on you in particular. I do not speak carelessly. I do not choose lightly. I am guarding your heart, your name, and your next season. Stay with me. Do not skip this. Listen, receive, align. My child, listen carefully now. The first light turns on inside you before it ever floods the room around you. You felt the shift before you had proof, and that was not instability. That was not you overthinking. That was discernment awakening. You lost appetite for certain spaces that once kept you entertained. You felt sudden weariness when certain voices started speaking. Jokes felt heavy. Small talk scratched at your spirit. Rooms that once felt safe started to feel crowded in a way you could not explain. That was a signal, not weakness, not moodiness, a signal. You noticed how your body began telling the truth your mind could not organize. The knot in your stomach when a name appeared. The way your chest tightened before a meeting. The drained feeling after a conversation that took more than it gave. You felt restless at hours you used to sleep through. Your appetite for drama disappeared, and your hunger for quiet increased. My child, I was preparing your inner world to recognize what your outer world had not yet admitted. Awareness always arrives before exposure. I was preparing your heart before I moved your circumstances. You were ahead of the manifestation, not mistaken about it. You questioned your timing. You questioned yourself. You wondered if you imagined what I showed you. You replayed moments, trying to find a sentence that would make it all make sense. You rehearsed what you would say, if asked. You tried to convince yourself to stay in rooms that did not feel right anymore because you did not want to seem dramatic. Hear me, you were not dramatic. You were discerning. I was inviting you to trust the signal even when you could not name the source. Do you know why confusion lingered? Because when truth is nearby, noise works over time. When exposure is at the door, the enemy floods your mind with static. Accusations that you are paranoid, whispers that you are ungrateful, flattery that tries to pull you back into the very cycle I am ending. Mislabeling is a tactic. If the whisper can rename discernment as fear, you will fight yourself instead of aligning with me. If distraction can keep you busy, proving you are reasonable, you will ignore the internal nudge that knows the difference between light and shadow. I am not asking you to fight yourself. I am asking you to believe what I have been birthing in your awareness. Let me make this plain. Fear and discernment are not the same. Fear is pushy. Fear is loud. Fear demands your reaction now. Text back now. Defend yourself now. Make a scene now. Fear shrinks your breath and shortens your patience. Fear wants to humiliate you into smallness. Discernment is steady. Discernment does not rush your tongue. Discernment invites you to pause, to pray, to watch. Discernment widens your breathing. Discernment says, wait, let patterns speak. Discernment does not need you to gather evidence in a frenzy. Discernment trusts that light, given a moment, will reveal what shadow cannot hide. My timing does not rush and it does not lag. It aligns. This is why I calmed your hand when you wanted to send that message. This is why I slowed your step when you wanted to walk into that room and demand answers. This is why I let your appetite shift so you could step back without guilt. I was moving you from reaction to readiness. I was cleaning the lens inside you so that when the truth appears, you will be clear in your spirit and clean in your response, not early, not late, ready. Establish this new posture with me. You will not chase confirmation. You will host clarity. You will not run after rumors. You will remain present and let patterns identify themselves. You will not beg for information. You will allow time to sort what words cannot. Pay attention to the repeats. Pay attention to consistency across days, not the performance of a single hour. Watch how the same fruit appears from the same tree, even when the language changes. Listen for echoes, not eruptions. I am teaching you to trust alignment more than applause. You said, "But how will I know?" Calm will carry the answer. Your peace will stop negotiating with your past. The pressure to prove yourself will lift. Conversations that once hooked you will feel easy to walk by. You will find courage to say no without writing an essay of apology. You will feel me widen your margins so you can think clearly again. That is discernment producing fruit. That is alignment stabilizing your steps. And hear this. I will not leave you in the fog. I am bringing clarity in layers because layers protect you. First, inside you, your awareness becoming sure, your appetite reordering, your boundaries strengthening, your ear distinguishing sound from smoke. Then, around you, private confirmations, slips in conversations that reveal intent, unrelated reports aligning like puzzle pieces, the timing of an email, the way two witnesses match without collusion. Finally, undeniable exposure, not spectacle for your entertainment, but sufficient light to stop the cycle and free your name from the drag of someone else's shadow. I will do it in a way that protects your peace and secures your next step. Do not rush the layers. Do not skip the inner clarity because you are impatient for the outer proof. Internal change precedes external manifestation. If you run ahead now, you will drag old confusion into a new season. Stay with me. Stay awake. Let calm be your confirmation. Let silence work on your behalf while I set the stage. When I interrupt, it is because movement is required, but the first movement is inside you, from doubt to trust, from fear to discernment, from proving to perceiving. I saw the private victories you did not celebrate, when you chose to pray instead of panic, when you turned off the noise instead of feeding it, when you respected the nudge to leave early, when you honored the no that made no sense to others. I counted those moments as maturity. Selection is not about speed, it is about substance. Many start strong, few stay steady, you stayed, and because you stayed, you will read the room clearly when I turn on the light. So hear me again. You are not unstable. You are discerning. You are not behind. You are being positioned. You are not paranoid. You are picking up what I am revealing. Hold your position. Do not scroll past your own awareness. Do not apologize for boundaries I asked you to build. Sit with me, breathe with me, and watch. I am aligning the pieces. I am simplifying the noise. I am preparing you for truth, and when it arrives, you will recognize it, not as a surprise, but as the confirmation your spirit already carried. My child, listen carefully now. I know the ache of the quiet. I know the weight of nights when you prayed for answers, and the room stayed still. You asked for proof. You begged for a sentence that would make the fog lift. You wanted it to be clear so you could either rest or run. And yet, hour after hour, day after day, it remained quiet, and you wondered if I had stepped back. Hear me. Silence was not absence. Silence was alignment forming. I was not ignoring you. I was insulating you. I was not punishing you. I was preparing you. The delay was not denial. The delay was preparation, not only for what would be revealed, but for how you would carry it. I used the quiet to strengthen your center, so you would not be blown by every gust of information. I used the waiting to thicken your discernment so your reactions would not run your life. I used the stillness to settle your breath and steady your hands, so that when light came, you would stand inside it without shaking. My timing does not rush, and it does not lag. It aligns, and what I align, I sustain. Do you want to know why immediate exposure did not happen? Because if truth had surfaced earlier, you would have been pulled into a fight I never assigned you. You would have swung in the flesh and lost ground in the spirit. You would have defended yourself in rooms where your words would be twisted, and in doing so, you would have handed your credibility to those who traffic in confusion. If the light had hit before your heart was quiet, you would have clapped back to feel better for a moment and bled reputation for months. If I had let you see everything when your emotions were raw, you would have tied your identity to a battle designed to exhaust you. I love you too much to let a rushed reveal derail what I am building in you. So I shielded your name while the speculation swirled. I hid you under my hand while shallow conclusions bumped into each other. I trained your mouth, even when your tongue burned, to answer. I coached your silence so you would not speak from wounds and create a second wound you would then have to heal from. I held back the send button. I shut the door you wanted to storm through. I took the heat from your face so you would not scorch the field I planned to plant in next. Restraint has been your protection. Stillness has been your shield. You thought you were stuck. You were being strengthened. You thought you were overlooked. You were being preserved. You thought I was far. I was inches from your breath, guarding the gates of your mouth, watching over the borders of your name. I do not waste your waiting. I shape you in it. I was building capacity in you, capacity to hear me above the noise, to prefer peace over performance, to let patterns speak instead of trying to micromanage outcomes. I was maturing you so you could carry light without using it like a weapon. Many start strong. Few stay steady. You stayed. You did not do it perfectly, but you did it purely. Not because you were flawless, but because you were willing. I saw you press pause when flesh wanted to sprint. I saw you choose the quiet prayer over the loud post. I saw you honor the nudge to walk away, even when walking away felt like losing. That steadiness is the reason you can now see without spiraling. That steadiness is why you can hear truth without being baited into theatrics. That steadiness is why your next steps will be clean. Understand this. I delayed exposure to protect you, so truth would arrive with stability, not chaos. Chaos makes everything believable and nothing trustworthy. Stability makes truth undeniable and safe to touch. I am turning on the light in a way that stabilizes you and clarifies the room. Not spectacle, not scandal, sufficiency. Enough light to end the cycle. Enough light to secure your peace. Enough light to move you forward without needing to revisit the past for permission. Silence taught you to sort invitations. Now you know the difference between an assignment and a trap. Silence taught you to hear me in the subtext. Now you can detect motive wrapped in polite language. Silence taught you to measure fruit, not flare. Now you will not be deceived by performance. Silence taught you to value clean hands. Now you will not trade your future for the thrill of being right, online or loud in the room. This is preparation bearing fruit. This is alignment becoming your language, not just your hope. And hear me. I am not asking you to pretend the waiting did not hurt. I am acknowledging that it did, but I am also telling you what that ache accomplished. It stretched your patience without snapping your spirit. It made room for wisdom where impulsiveness used to live. It deepened your trust in my whisper so the enemy's megaphone would not set your pace. You are different now, more grounded, more discerning, more anchored in who you are to me than in what anyone says about you. That is why I can bring the truth into the open now. You will not chase it. You will not perform around it. You will stand under it. You will let it do its work. So, as the light rises, mark this line in your heart. You do not need revenge. You need alignment. Revenge gratifies the wound for a minute and mortgages the future for years. Alignment returns you to your lane, to your assignment, to your peace. Alignment is how I fight for you. When you choose alignment, you step out of the courtroom of opinions and into the shelter of my verdict. When you choose alignment, you give me room to vindicate you on terms that protect your name and preserve your next season. Let this be your posture as the season changes. Refuse the bait to prove, to expose, to clap back. Return to purity of focus. Guard the hours I reclaimed for you. Keep your hands clean. Keep your heart soft. Speak when I say speak, and be silent when I say be silent. Do not make announcements, make decisions. Do not perform discernment, practice it. Do not demand an audience, honor my timing. I am bringing truth into the light without needing your hands. Stay aligned, and you will see how I settle what tried to unsettle you. When I interrupt, it is because movement is required. The first movement was internal. Now, as my timing unfolds, alignment becomes your external response. This is how you protect your peace. This is how your name is kept. This is how your next season opens without you dragging yesterday's drama through its doorway. Not early, not late, aligned. My child, listen carefully now. You don't need revenge. You need alignment. I will handle what was hidden. I am not inviting you into a performance. I am positioning you for protection. When I say alignment, I am calling your heart, your mouth, your motives, and your pace into the same direction I am moving. Clean motives, restrained speech, wise boundaries, obedience when your emotions are begging for closure now. That is alignment. That is where my covering proves itself. Hear me plainly. Not every truth you notice is yours to announce. Not every wrong you feel is yours to prosecute. When you chase revenge, you exit the shelter of my strategy and stand in the open, where offense steals your breath and accusation guides your tongue. When you pursue alignment, you remain under my hand. Your peace stays with you, your authority stays on you, and your words carry weight because they are not spent on vanity. Alignment is your assignment. Vindication is mine. You feel the pull to prove yourself. You feel the itch to defend your image in every room that misunderstands you. You rehearse arguments in your mind, scripting the moment you finally set the record straight. Breathe. This is the bait. Proving yourself is a pit. Defending your image obsessively is an altar to small gods who cannot bless you. Rehearsing arguments ties your creativity to a courtroom I never sent you into. I am not asking you to get louder. I am asking you to get cleaner. Stay positioned where I can vindicate you. This is the spiritual law at work. When you reach for revenge, you hand your peace to the very thing that wounded you. You trade authority for adrenaline. You spend your stamina on a skirmish and arrive empty to the assignment I gave you. But when you choose alignment, you keep your authority. Your no grows firm without anger. Your yes stays pure without people-pleasing. Your steps get heavy with purpose and light with peace at the same time. Authority rests where alignment is real. Let me define alignment in practice so you cannot mistake it for passivity. Alignment is answering me before you answer a comment. Alignment is letting me weigh your words before you release them. Alignment is boundaries that do not wobble when tears or threats or flattery knock at the door. Alignment is trusting my calendar, not your craving for resolution. Alignment is honoring the assignment in front of you, while I sort what is circling around you. Alignment is returning your focus to what I actually asked of you. Work clean, love well, speak truth with wisdom. Withdraw when I say, engage when I say, and resist the urge to narrate your obedience to earn applause. You are tempted to expose prematurely, to screenshot and subtweet, to make a general statement that is really a targeted wound, to call a meeting so you can vent under the disguise of seeking clarity. I love you, so I will speak with severity here. Emotional relief is not spiritual freedom. A vented heart still carries the smoke. A spectacle of truth that robs you of humility will not keep you safe when the wind shifts. Premature exposure creates mess. You will then spend months mopping while I would have cleared the room with a single wave of light. Do not set the field on fire to prove there is a spark. I am bringing the dawn. Let the light do what fire would only dramatize. Ask me these questions before you move. Is my motive to heal or to harm? Would I say this with my presence felt beside you? Does this action build the future I am calling you into, or chain you to what I am freeing you from? Alignment answers with patience when impatience pretends to be courage. Alignment refuses the applause of the moment to receive the honor of a life kept. Alignment trusts that I do my best work without a megaphone in your hand. You say, but they will think I am weak if I do not answer. Hear me, silence under my instruction is not weakness. It is warfare. It denies oxygen to a fire that feeds on your reaction. It preserves the record for when I present truth without your fingerprints on it. It keeps you from owning a battle that belongs in my courtroom. Let them misread you for a moment if it keeps you aligned for a lifetime. I am guarding your reputation more carefully than you know. I am writing a record that cannot be edited by rumors. You ask, but what about justice? I am justice. I am not neglecting it. I am perfecting it. Justice done in your timing often looks like vengeance dressed in urgency. Justice done in mine not only names the wrong, it ends the cycle and protects the future. I will handle what was hidden in a way that teaches the room what not to tolerate without traumatizing you again as the lesson. I will not ask you to bleed in public to prove a point I can make with light. So here is your posture as I turn the light on. Do not burn everything down. Do not recruit allies. Do not publish a manifesto. Walk clean. Guard your hours. Keep your hands from pettiness, your tongue from poison, your mind from rehearsal. Work your assignment. Tend your health. Pray for soft ground in your own heart, so no root of bitterness finds a place to grow. Bless without bonding to what is harmful. Love without licensing what is crooked. Be firm without fury. Be clear without cruelty. Be present without performing. I will signal you when to speak, and when I do, your words will land like anchors, not like sparks. Until then, let me handle the undercurrent. I am orchestrating conversations you were not invited to, but that decide outcomes in your favor. I am aligning witnesses you did not know were watching. I am surfacing patterns that swallow excuses whole. I am protecting your name, even as I separate you from what does not belong to you. Remember this sentence and write it inside your breath. Alignment is your assignment. Vindication is mine. If you hold to that, your peace will not be rented to offense, and your future will not be mortgaged to a moment. Walk with me. Stay aligned. Truth is already moving toward the surface, and your role is not to chase it, but to be ready to stand steady beneath it when it arrives. My child, listen carefully now. What was hidden around you will not stay hidden, not because you cornered it, not because you shouted it into a corner, because I have appointed exposure. I am turning on the light without needing your hands. This is divine timing, meeting your life in real time. Not early, not late, aligned. Do not treat this as noise. When I say the light is rising, I am not teasing you. I am announcing a shift that has already begun. Understand the nature of what is coming. Clarity will not crash through like gossip dressed as truth. It will arrive like morning, sure, consistent, and undeniable once it is here. It may come through patterns you can no longer excuse, behaviors repeating even when the language changes. It may come as a conversation you accidentally overhear, or rather, a conversation I placed within your hearing without you hunting for it. It may appear in contradictions that refuse to reconcile, stories that no longer match, timelines that do not agree. It may surface in documents you did not request, but are sent to you by timing you did not orchestrate, an email forwarded, a receipt misaddressed, a record that clarifies what confusion tried to cloud. It may come through the honesty of exhaustion, a confession whispered when the mask grows heavy. It may come through the alignment of witnesses, unconnected people telling the same truth without collusion. You will not have to dig through shadows. The light will invite truth into the open. Hear me. You will not need to chase this down alleyways. You will not need to become an investigator of every whisper. You will not need to scroll yourself into suspicion. Your job is watchfulness, not witch hunts. Your posture is wisdom, not paranoia. You will stand present, clean, attentive. I will let the puzzle pieces find each other. I will let the timeline reveal itself. I will cause the room to remember what it tried to forget. I will pull the thread that unravels the false without you grabbing the hem. The light, once lifted by my hand, carries its own weight. Do not misunderstand exposure as spectacle. I am not curating a show for your satisfaction. I am executing separation for your protection. I am redirecting your steps away from instability, so you stop building with people and patterns that cannot bear the weight of your calling. Exposure is surgical, not sensational. It removes what threatens the future and sutures you where you were cut. It is for ending a cycle, not feeding a rumor. It is for clarity that builds safety, not for drama that builds followers. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you to a cleaner path, to safer alliances, to wiser architecture for the life I am leading you into. You have wondered how loud you will need to be. Hear me. You will not need to shout. You will not need to argue in every comment section of your life. You will not need to hold press conferences in rooms that never honored your honesty. When I lift the light, truth testifies for itself. When I lift the light, explanations shrink and evidence speaks. When I lift the light, the room recalibrates without you bleeding to earn credibility. Your voice will be used sparingly and with precision, and when it is used, your words will land, not scatter. Calm is your confirmation. The steadiness you carry into this reveal is part of your protection. Be wise in how you watch. Look for consistency across days, not the performance of 1 hour. Measure fruit, not flare. Note what grows when certain people are near and what shrivels when they take the lead. Pay attention to how often peace is postponed to protect someone else's image. Watch how the same outcomes appear regardless of excuses. When two truths match from opposite directions, do not call it coincidence. When timing aligns beyond your planning, do not call it luck. I am aligning witnesses. I am aligning moments. I am aligning edges, so a clear picture appears without you forcing it into focus. I know you fear the splash of fallout. Hear me. I am standing between you and the backdraft. I am guarding your heart while I drain the room of smoke. I am preserving your name, even as I separate you from patterns that tried to claim you. I will not let you be used as the cautionary tale when I can make the pattern itself the lesson. Keep your hands from stirring the pot. Keep your mouth from narrating every shift. Keep your focus on the assignment I placed in front of you. I am settling the undercurrent you cannot see. And remember this purpose fixed inside it all. Exposure ends partnerships that weaken you. Exposure closes doors you would have kept open out of kindness. Exposure clarifies boundaries you were too tender to define. Exposure accelerates your deliverance from cycles that wasted your energy. You will stop apologizing for standards that are simply wisdom. You will stop over-functioning in systems that undervalue integrity. You will see who can walk with you into what is next, not by declarations, but by the gravity truth creates. Light does not only reveal what is wrong, it reveals who can stay. This is a window, not a wave. The light is rising now with intention. Your part is responsiveness, not intensity. As clarity comes, you will need instructions for your next moves. Do not guess. Do not improvise out of emotion. I will teach you the distinctions you must carry. What to ignore because it is only noise and will die if starved. What to confront because it is structural and threatens the call if left untouched. What to release because it is emotional residue that cannot be negotiated into peace. I will speak to you about each in turn. I will not leave you to sort this alone. So steady yourself. Breathe deeper than reaction. Let your spirit agree with me now. I do not need to chase what the light will naturally reveal. I will keep my hands clean while God turns on the light. I will wait for instruction instead of proving a point. Say it within yourself and mean it. When I interrupt, it is because movement is required. But the movement you make now must mirror me, not your wound. Stay aligned. Stay awake. The light is lifting. Truth is stepping forward without your fingerprints on it. And as it does, I am protecting your peace. I am preserving your name, and I am clearing the path for your next season. My child, listen carefully now. First, we deal with noise. Not every provocation deserves your voice. This is not me asking you to hide. This is me training your governance. The enemy cannot steal your calling, so he tries to rent your attention. He cannot dismantle your future, so he harasses your focus. If he can pull you into emotional labor that I did not assign, he can tire your discernment until truth arrives and finds you too exhausted to hear it. I am interrupting you to say this clearly. Some things are bait, designed to hook your emotion, not to build your future. Ignore them. Let me mark the bait so you can spot it without squinting. Repeated petty triggers that show up like clockwork the moment you find your rhythm. Noise. Vague accusations that name no times, no places, no specifics. Noise. Performative conflict that seeks an audience more than a solution. Noise. Triangulation that drags a third party into a two-person matter. Noise. Rumors that travel fast but arrive empty. Noise. These are not calls to courage. They are invitations to a ring you do not box in. They are fishing lines thrown into your day, hoping you will bite, tire yourself on the hook, and abandon the work I gave you. There are more tells. Pay attention to timing, the message that arrives at night, demanding a same-hour answer, the urgent question that only appears when you are about to obey, the sudden concern that waits until you are visible to voice itself. Pay attention to tone. I heard people are saying, without a source. No offense, but followed by offense. Just being honest that actually means, I want to unload and leave you to carry it. Pay attention to space. Correction without relationship. Counsel that bypasses prayer. Accountability that requires an audience. If it cannot stand in sunlight and specificity, it does not deserve your calendar. Do not treat every feeling as a mandate. Do not treat every message as an assignment. Do not treat every ping as a summons. Your feelings are indicators, not commanders. Your inbox is a doorbell, not a court order. Your attention is an altar. I decide what is sacrificed upon it. If you keep explaining yourself to every wind, you will have no breath left for the sentences I am giving you. Refuse the compulsion to narrate every shift. Refuse the impulse to answer questions crafted to keep you in a spiral. Answer me first, answer peace second. Often there will be nothing left to answer after that. Hear me. Silence here is not cowardice. Silence is governance. Silence is you deciding what atmosphere lives in your home, your mind, your meetings. Silence is you refusing to let agitation rent space in the center of you. A ruler does not argue with hecklers during a decree. A surgeon does not debate with spectators mid-operation. A pilot does not hold a town hall while landing a plane. You are not a kiosk dispensing reactions. You are a gate deciding what enters. Your peace is not up for negotiation at the counter of everyone's urgency. I am going to put a simple tool in your hand. Use it. Before you speak, pause. Breathe. Ask me this question every time. Does this require my response, or does it require my boundary? Say it again. Response or boundary. If it requires your response, I will give you words that are few, clear, and clean. If it requires your boundary, your response is no response. It is distance, it is a mute button, it is a calendar protected, it is a meeting declined, it is an exit made without a speech. Ask a second question. If I answer, what fruit will grow? If the only harvest is adrenaline, defensiveness, and more rounds of the same, you are feeding a cycle, not finishing a matter. Choose the boundary. Practice this in practical ways. Do not answer the text that only says, "We need to talk," with no content and a flood of pressure. Do not reply to the post that is not about anyone in particular, but uses your life as subtext. Do not attend meetings you were not invited to simply because your name was mentioned in absentia. Do not entertain concerns brought by people who refuse to bring them when honor would have made them useful. Delete the drafted paragraph written in heat. Walk around the block and let the temperature drop. Give volatile messages a 24-hour shelf life before you decide if they still matter. Most will expire on their own. But they will think I am avoiding them, you say. Hear me, you are avoiding a trap, not a person. Noise thrives on immediate reaction. It weakens when starved. Lies borrow credibility from your panic. They lose their echo when you will not sing the harmony. Let those who traffic in ambiguity grow weary of talking to themselves. Let time, consistency, and light do the explaining. You do not owe constant access to your mind to those who have not earned it with integrity. Mercy without wisdom is not mercy. It is permission for chaos to remain. Another tell, if a message comes with an ultimatum tied to your silence, if you don't answer now, I will assume. Let them assume and let me defend. If information is delivered as a performance to capture your attention rather than a trust to protect your heart, it is not for you. If concern disappears when you set a boundary, it was never concern. It was control disguised as care. Name it correctly in your spirit and move on. You are not late for anything you refuse that is not aligned with me. I am not asking you to become indifferent. I am forming holy indifference to distraction. You will still love well. You will still listen to wisdom. You will still repent when you are wrong. But you will not let provocations write the agenda for your day. Your best energy belongs to assignment, not argument. Your best creativity belongs to building, not rebutting. Your best words belong to the rooms I send you into, not the tunnels gossip digs beneath the floor. Receive this freedom. You do not have to explain to be obedient. Explaining is not the same as caring. Explaining is not the same as honoring. Many will ask for explanations not to understand, but to negotiate your boundary. Do not negotiate what keeps you aligned. Choose peace over performance. Choose clarity over closure. Choose the long arc of honor over the short thrill of a clapback. As you ignore what is only noise, your ears will clear. The static will drop. The light I am lifting will have room to land. Then you will discern with calm what is structural and must be addressed. You will see with clarity what is only emotional residue and must be released. But first, starve the bait. Decline the performance. Let your silence preach that you belong to another kingdom. Calm is your confirmation. Alignment is your assignment. Ignoring noise is not avoidance. It is discipline that protects your alignment and preserves the strength you will need for what truly matters next. Stay here with me. Keep your hands clean, your pace unhurried, your attention unowned by provocation. I am preserving your peace, I am guarding your name, and I am readying you for the next instruction. My child, listen carefully now. We have starved the noise. Now we confront what is structural. Not everything is to be ignored. Some things are not mere irritations. They are architectures of harm that block your future. Manipulation disguised as mentorship. Repeated dishonesty coated with apologies. Boundary violations excused by charm. Sabotage wrapped in smiles. Spiritual compromise covered by religious language. These are not sparks to overlook. They are leaks in the foundation. If left unaddressed, they bend your path, drain your energy, and dilute your calling. I am not asking you to be reactive. I am asking you to be responsible. Alignment refuses to build on rotten beams. Hear me. Confrontation becomes holy when it is guided by truth, timing, and a clean heart. Not because you want to hurt someone, but because you love your future too much to let it be poisoned quietly. Not to punish, but to clarify. Not to humiliate, but to name what is true and to reset what is allowed near your life. I am not sending you to swing a sword in a crowded room. I am sending you to place a plumb line against what has tilted too long. Clean hands, clear words, calm spirit. That is the posture. If rage is your engine, it is not yet time. If adrenaline is your confirmation, you have not yet heard me. Peace will be present when it is truly me. Sober, steady, weighty peace. Let me teach you the rules, because these conversations matter, not in rage. Rage spreads embers you will spend months stomping out, not in public spectacle. Spectacle seeks an audience. Wisdom seeks resolution, not with insults. Insults are an admission that you ran out of truth. You will speak privately first when possible, directly and with specifics. You will bring dates and behaviors, not rumors and interpretations. You will name patterns, not personalities. You will say what will change now, not argue about who is superior. And if power dynamics or safety concerns exist, you will not go alone. You will invite a witness, I align, someone with integrity and clarity, not a cheerleader for your pain. I will give you the place. I will give you the moment. I will give you the sentence that begins and the sentence that ends. Understand the intention, because intention guards your tongue. Confrontation is clarity, not catharsis. It is the point at which fog loses its power. It is the point at which access is either made healthy or ended. You are not coming to force change in someone else's character. You are coming to hold stewardship over your space, your assignment, your relationships, your resources, your peace. You are not negotiating for your worth. You are announcing your standards. Your task is not to control response. Your task is to be faithful to the truth you must speak and the boundary you must set. How will you know it is structural and not just emotional? Look for repetition, not exception. Look for impact on mission, not just mood. Look for what corrupts trust, steals safety, and complicates obedience. Manipulation that requires you to trade your discernment for someone else's comfort. Structural. Repeated dishonesty that shrinks reality to preserve image. Structural. Boundary violations that continue after being named. Structural. Sabotage that muddies your progress while smiling in your face. Structural. Compromise that treats sin as strategy and holiness as overreaction. Structural. These are not items for patience alone. These are matters for a clean confrontation. I am with you in the moment you dread. I will be your mouth and your shield. Do you hear me? You will not enter that room alone. My presence will go before you to soften what can be softened and to harden what must be broken off. I will steady your breathing. I will slow your thoughts so you stop rehearsing arguments and start inhabiting truth. You will feel me when you choose words that are fewer and fuller. You will sense me when you do not take the bait of deflection. You will know I am near when the conversation attempts to twist, and yet your peace does not twist with it. Let me be even more practical. Prepare with me, not with pettiness. Write what happened and what must change, plainly. Decide beforehand the boundary that will be implemented if the pattern continues. Access limited, responsibilities shifted, contracts ended, passwords changed, keys returned, timelines renegotiated, roles redefined. Decide the time frame for review, clear, not vague. Choose a setting that honors dignity but anchors accountability. Speak like a steward. This is what occurred. This is how it affected the work, the trust, the safety. This is what will be true going forward. Do not argue your interpretation when evidence is present. Do not let tears, flattery, or accusations lure you into debating your sanity. Do not multiply words when the boundary is the message. If repentance appears, test it with fruit, not flair. Real change is measurable over time. Real change respects process. Real change welcomes boundaries as protection, not punishment. Forgiveness can be immediate. Trust is rebuilt by consistency. If there is no change, hold the line you named. Do not perform endless interventions to keep a door open. I am closing. Mercy without wisdom becomes a leak that drowns your calling. Love well, honor what is redeemable, but do not subsidize what refuses alignment. If resistance rises, deflection, minimization, gaslighting, blame shifting, remember your assignment. You are not the savior of their storyline. You are the steward of your assignment. You are allowed to end access to your time, to your platform, to your resources, to your confidences. You are allowed to restructure teams that do not honor the mission. You are allowed to change processes that enable dysfunction. You are allowed to move on without a dramatic exit speech. This is not cruelty, this is governance. Separation can be holy when union would destroy what I am building. I will align witnesses when necessary. I will surface corroboration that clears fog without you tattling or campaigning. Do not build coalitions of offense. Do not run smear tours under the banner of awareness. Say only what is needed, to whom it is needed, when it is needed. Document decisions without dramatizing them. Let the record be clear and the spirit be clean. If an appeal is required, let it be made to the right authority with honor, not to the court of public opinion with venom. You are not auditioning for sympathy. You are building a future. Courage for this will not feel like an adrenaline spike. It will feel like holy stillness. You will not be shaking to perform. You will be steady to protect. Courage here will sound like a calm, unwavering sentence that ends cycles. Courage here will look like you standing up from the table when the boundary is mocked and leaving without slamming a door. Courage here will be you implementing what you said without theatrics. That is authority. That is alignment. That is you refusing to rent your future to someone else's refusal to grow. You have feared that confrontation will cost you community. Hear me. It will cost you counterfeit community so true community can find you. It will cost you proximity to what drains you so capacity can return to you. It will cost you applause from the wrong room so favor can open in the right one. I am not taking you from belonging. I am taking you from bondage. I am not isolating you. I am insulating you as I rebuild the frame around your life. And when you have confronted what is structural, do not keep the door ajar in your mind. Do not replay the conversation to edit it for ghosts. Do not cradle the outcome as a pet grievance. After clean confrontation comes holy release. We will go there next because this is the sequence that keeps you safe. Ignore what is only noise. Confront what is structural with clean hands, and then release what is emotional. So your heart does not drag closed doors into open seasons. For now, take courage. I am with you in the room. I am covering you as you speak. I am guarding your name as you implement. This is not revenge. This is alignment protecting calling. Clean hands, clear words, calm spirit. Walk it out with me. My child, listen carefully now. Finally, we release what is emotional. This is not the soft option. This is not avoidance dressed as spirituality. This is surgery of the soul that ends the negotiation between your future and your past. Release is not denial. Release is surrender. Release is you handing me the need to be understood, the need to be chosen, the need to replay what betrayed you until you can edit it into comfort. When I say release, I am not asking you to pretend it did not happen. I am asking you to let me hold what your mind keeps holding against you. This is divine timing, meeting your life in real time. Not early, not late, aligned. You have carried attachments that feel righteous but keep you tethered. Let me name them so their spell breaks. The longing for an apology crafted exactly how you need to hear it. The craving for public vindication so clean that no one could ever question you again. The hope that a person will wake up one morning and finally become who their words promised but their patterns denied. The clinging to an older, softer version of a relationship that no longer exists, keeping you faithful to a memory while ignoring the reality. The habit of rehearsing the moment you were misread, misunderstood, or mishandled, as if perfecting the script could rewrite the experience. These are real desires, but they have become leashes, and I am cutting leashes today. Hear me with both ears of your heart. You are not late. You are not foolish. You are not condemned for trusting. Trust was not your downfall. Misplaced access was the lesson. You were kind. You were open. You believed the best longer than was safe. That does not make you weak. It reveals that your heart was alive. The formation you receive now is not to calcify that heart, but to govern it. You will not harden into suspicion. You will grow into wisdom. You will not punish the future for the sins of the past. You will not punish yourself for loving without all the information. I saw what you did not see. I am not here to shame you for it. I am here to shepherd you through it. Do you want to know why the story keeps playing behind your eyes at night? Because pain seeks resolution, and your mind thinks repetition is resolution. It is not. Repetition is a rehearsal that keeps casting your nervous system in a role it should have retired. Give me the script. Hand me the scenes you freeze and analyze. Place in my hands the what if, the if only, the maybe I should have. I will not waste your story. I will turn rumination into wisdom and wisdom into rest. I will show you the pattern without letting the pattern define you. I will teach you boundaries without baptizing you in bitterness. I will give you a sentence that ends the loop. I bless and release. I forgive without re-entry. I love without access. Bless and release does not mean agree and pretend. Bless and release means this: I relinquish the right to collect from you what only God can repay. I remove my heart from the courtroom where I am both plaintiff and judge. I dismiss the case from my inner court and file it with the only judge who sees the whole record. Forgive without re-entry means this: I choose mercy over vengeance while maintaining the boundary that protects my assignment. Love without access means this: I see your value as a person without granting you proximity to my peace, my platform, my planning, or my inner rooms. This is not cruelty. This is governance. This is honoring image without underwriting injury. Let me make this more practical because release must be embodied to be complete. Return what is not yours to carry. The role of explainer-in-chief, the task of fixing another's growth, the burden of making everyone comfortable with your boundary. Archive the thread you keep rereading to re-feel the pain. Do not burn it in anger, file it in wisdom. Remove the tokens that keep summoning you back to older rooms. Gifts that reopen wounds, photos that freeze you in a version of yourself I have upgraded. Playlists that are altars to atmospheres I delivered you from. Write what you wish you could say, with me sitting beside you, then seal it, not to send but to surrender. Lay it on my altar. Say out loud in a room I can fill, I release the need to be right in their eyes. I choose to be right in yours. You will be tempted to check the temperature of their change. Do not. Fruit over time will speak without your surveillance. Your surveillance keeps the cord alive. Your release is the cut. You will be tempted to provoke an apology by displaying your absence. Do not convert absence into a performance. Step away because it is aligned, not to bait remorse. You will be tempted to post your lesson as a riddle for an audience. Do not hire the crowd to hold what belongs in my hands. Let time, consistency, and the light I lift do the vindicating. You do not need revenge. You need alignment. And alignment is how I fight for you. But what if they never say sorry? They ask in your mind. Child, what if they do, and it still does not undo the year you lost, protecting what would not protect you? Your healing cannot be mortgaged to someone else's awakening. Your peace cannot wait on their timeline. Release relocates your worth from their response to my regard. I am your vindication. I am your witness. I am guarding your name while you lay down the case file. Calm is your confirmation here, too. When your shoulders drop and your breath lengthens, know that heaven has lifted weight your words could not. Receive this exchange now. Give me the story you keep rehearsing. I will give you wisdom to not repeat it. Give me the ache for audience. I will give you favor in the right rooms. Give me the fantasy of a past that never truly existed. I will give you clarity about who you are becoming. Give me the tether of a promise someone never kept. I will give you appointments with people who keep theirs. Give me the sentence that starts with if only. I will give you the sentence that starts with even now. This is not motivational language. This is me rearranging the furniture of your inner life so peace can live there. Do this with me, not for me. Put your hand over your chest and anchor this truth. Release is the moment my peace becomes permanent and my future stops negotiating with my past. Say it again until your nervous system believes it. Then act like it. When the memory knocks, answer with a boundary. When the urge to text rises, breathe and bless instead. When the itch to prove appears, walk away and let me be your defense. When loneliness howls that you made a mistake, remind it that isolation is not your portion. Insulation is your protection while I reorder the frame around your life. As you release, space appears. Space for new clarity, ideas unclouded by old conversations. Space for new people, those who do not drain your discernment but strengthen it. Space for new assignments, work that fits your shoulders without the weight of managing dysfunction. Do not rush to fill the space with substitutes. Let your capacity catch up to your calling. Let rest become normal, not suspicious. Let delight return without guilt. Windows open for those who are ready to step through. Release is you, stepping back from the window ledge of yesterday so you can walk through the door I am opening now. I am not leaving you vulnerable in the release. I am covering you. I am sealing what you surrendered. I am rewiring the reflex that kept reaching back. I am surrounding you with allies who speak life and check facts. I am reminding rooms of your integrity while erasing your name from cycles that cannot hold it. Do not pick up what I have taken off you. Do not call back what I have escorted out. Let me finish this work. Stay aligned. stay awake. Bless and release. Forgive without re-entry, love without access. And watch how quickly peace settles, how naturally truth stands up by itself, and how surely your next season finds you because you are finally free to walk into it. My child, listen carefully now. You have worried that lies will stick to you like stains you cannot wash. You have feared that your silence looked like guilt, that your restraint read like weakness, that the room believed the boldest voice over the truest heart. I am interrupting that fear. Your name will not be stained by their secrets. I am preserving your reputation by exposing the pattern. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. This is me placing a shield in front of what I have written over your life. Hear me. I preserve what is submitted to me. You gave me your reputation when you chose clean hands over fast revenge. You placed your name on my altar when you refused to campaign for sympathy and chose alignment instead. Because you entrusted me with your defense, I will defend. Because you stayed steady when slander swelled, I will make steadiness your evidence. Your character will speak louder than accusation. Your consistency will outlast their performance. My timing will bind the loose ends you could not tie without tearing yourself. Do you want to know how vindication often arrives? It rarely comes as a trumpet blast with every critic repenting in unison. It comes as exposure that looks almost ordinary. It comes when timelines stop agreeing with themselves. It comes when versions of a story cannot survive the daylight of details. It comes when the same mouth that accused you must keep changing scripts to control outcomes. It comes when those who questioned you begin to notice how peace keeps marking your steps, while chaos keeps trailing theirs. It comes when names surface, patterns repeat, small witnesses align, and what was whispered collapses under its own weight. Not early, not late, aligned. I am turning on the light without needing your hands. I am not asking you to collect receipts with a spirit of vengeance. I am instructing you to walk in wisdom. You will stay blameless, not blameless looking. There is a difference. Stay consistent, show up, do the work, keep your appointments, meet your commitments. Avoid counter gossip. Do not trade rumors for relief. Document with wisdom. Write clear summaries after key meetings. Send follow-up notes that capture decisions. Keep records of what affects stewardship and safety. Keep your tone clean, facts without venom, clarity without flair, boundaries without theater. Say only what is needed, to whom it is needed, when it is needed. This is not image management. This is integrity on paper. You worry, but if I don't tell my side loudly, will they not believe me? My child, some rooms will never believe a whisper from you because those rooms are funded by noise. Release the need to persuade what I am not trying to keep. You do not need everyone to understand, only the right people in the right season for the right assignment. I am not building your future with a crowd that cheers confusion. I am aligning you with people who discern fruit. The right ones will see you by consistency, not campaign. The right ones will read the trail of honor, not the headlines of hysteria. The right ones will recognize the pattern without you scripting it for them. Let me show you the markers of my protection as it unfolds. You will see curiosity turn into caution in those who once amplified lies. They will slow their sharing when the story no longer holds. You will watch as the ones who built their influence on ambiguity suddenly need to name specifics and cannot. You will feel pressure lift in rooms that used to demand your performance. Expectations will align with reality or be removed altogether. Relationships will clarify. Those who are for your growth will move closer with accountability and grace. Those who fed on your access will frustrate at your boundaries and drift. Let them drift. Let what cannot honor you exit without a speech. I am not removing support. I am removing spectators. Your assignment in this vindication is simple and strong. Stay clean. Keep your hands from retaliation, your tongue from slander, your feed from subtext. Do not hire the crowd to hold your pain. Do not turn prayer into a press release. When asked by the proper authority, answer with facts, not flames. When pressed for drama, step out of the theater. When your name is mentioned, let your record speak before you do. I saw the nights you held your tongue. I saw the messages you did not send. I saw the meetings you endured with composure. I saw the way you chose process over spectacle. I saw the apology you offered where it was yours to give. I lift all of it as testimony now. Understand this as governance of your identity. Your name is not a brand to protect. Your name is a banner I fly over you. I stamp it with my reputation when you align with my way. I am not only clearing you from falsehood, I am clarifying the story of who you are for the next season. Vindication is not merely they were wrong about me. Vindication is I am who God says I am, and this is the fruit. It will look like rooms remembering your integrity without your presence. It will look like opportunities rerouting toward you after delays you did not engineer. It will look like the right people asking the right questions at the right time. It will look like peace returning to your breathing as light does the explaining. Be practical and be at peace. Keep your counsel tight and wise. If you must report misconduct, do it through the appropriate channels with dignity. If you must set formal boundaries, do it with clarity and documentation. If you must clarify in public, let it be minimal, factual, and final. No sparring, no riddles, no lingering back and forth. Remember, a ruler does not debate hecklers during a decree. Your future is too weighty for prolonged comment sections. Your duty is to keep building, keep stewarding, keep planting. I will make your harvest speak. And hear this anchor sentence settle into your spirit. I am guarding your name while truth surfaces. Stay clean and let the light do its work. Say it again until your pulse believes it. This is divine timing meeting your life in real time. The delay in exposure was not denial, it was protection, so that when light turns on, you are standing in peace, not scrambling in panic. I am exposing patterns, not to feed your vindictive itch, but to seal your peace and establish your next season without contamination. Do not reach for revenge, reach for alignment. Do not fight to be believed, fight to be obedient. Calm is your confirmation that I am at work. Now stay awake, because with protection established, a window is opening, not a wave to ride mindlessly, but a window to step through wisely. Moments like this are not repeated casually. Windows open for those who are ready to respond. Keep your pace unhurried, your ears attentive, your heart clean. Let me finish the work of light. Your name is safe with me. Your future is approaching you, aligned. My child, attention. Stay here with me. This is a window, not a wave. Waves carry crowds and return on schedules you can predict. Windows open with precision and close with purpose. Moments like this are not repeated casually. If you are seeing this now, it is finally your time. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. This is divine timing, meeting your life in real time, not early, not late, aligned. Hear me. Your breakthrough is tied to responsiveness, not intensity. I am not asking for frenzy. I am asking for fidelity. I am not asking you to perform belief. I am asking you to obey what peace has been whispering for weeks. The light is on. The pattern is exposed. The path is clearer than you admit. Do not delay what I am making clear. Do not romanticize confusion. Do not return to what I exposed. What does missing the window look like? It looks like over-explaining to the wrong audience as if clarity is a community vote. It looks like second-guessing your discernment because nostalgia is louder than truth. It looks like asking for 10 more signs after I already answered the prayer you prayed in private. It looks like scheduling one more meeting to clear the air with people who thrive on fog. It looks like using intensity as a costume to avoid a simple step, posting passion while postponing obedience. It looks like re-entering old cycles for closure that they cannot give you. It looks like drifting your deadlines, telling yourself you are waiting on me, while you are actually waiting on a feeling that will not come because I am giving you peace, not adrenaline. My child, listen carefully now. Respond. Do not stall what alignment is presenting. Your next season is not asking for dramatic gestures. It is asking for precise steps. Move with peace, not panic. Choose the next right step, not the perfect dramatic step. Perfection is a trap that flatters your fear. Precision is the fruit of peace. You do not need to see 5 miles of road to take the turn that I am spotlighting. Take the turn. Here is how responsiveness sounds in this hour. Yes, Lord. Not in theory, but in practice. A simple act of alignment. Pray the sentence I give you and stop when it ends. Set the boundary you have already written and stop apologizing for it. Send the honest email you drafted with me and keep the tone clean. Decline the invitation that has always cost you your peace. Delete the contact that keeps you circling temptation and calling it compassion. Step back from the role that drains your obedience and inflates your image. Book the meeting with the right authority to formalize the change. Open your calendar and reserve the time to build what I assigned. Turn off the feed that feeds your fear. Small obedience shifts big outcomes because alignment multiplies impact. Do not confuse delay with wisdom. Wisdom is not procrastination with better language. Wisdom is timely obedience shaped by truth and peace. I have been growing your capacity so that you could move without flinching when the moment arrived. The moment has arrived. I am not rushing you. I am releasing you. I am not pushing you. I am pointing you. You do not need to summon courage in a storm of noise. You need to receive courage in a stillness I am giving you now. Breathe. Feel your shoulders lower. That is not passivity. That is permission. Let me make it plain so your feet know what to do. If your spirit knows a conversation must be had, schedule it within the next 7 days. If a commitment must be ended, end it with dignity and documentation. If a habit must be cut, remove the gateway, not just the gesture. If a mentor has become a manipulator, reduce access today and inform with clarity tomorrow. If a relocation of your energy is needed, block the mornings, guard the evenings, and let your calendar tell the truth of your priorities. If you have been waiting for the right mood to pray, pray now. Simply align me, protect me, lead me. Worship is your warfare. Let worship be the doorway you walk through to your next step. You will feel the pull to dramatize this moment to prove to yourself that it is worthy. Resist that. Drama exhausts you and impresses no one necessary. Do less theatrically. Do more precisely. A text unsent is sometimes the holiest act. A meeting canceled can be a miracle of stewardship. A polite no thank you can redirect months of wandering. A quiet yes to the overlooked task I gave you can open the connection you have been praying for. Windows honor those who honor small doors. Do not romanticize confusion. Confusion often arrives dressed as nostalgia, as a soft memory of early days that were never as safe as you wish they were. Confusion will try to hire your empathy to run errands for dysfunction. Bless and release again if needed. Your empathy is for healing, not for hosting chaos. Your compassion is a river. Do not let it flood the banks of your assignment. Stay awake. Stay awake to your patterns. Stay awake to my peace. Stay awake to subtle appointments. A phone call you would normally reschedule. A name that keeps returning in prayer. An idea that won't stop knocking after you have rested. Responsiveness is not speed for its own sake. Responsiveness is attention married to obedience. When I interrupt, It is because movement is required. Windows open for those who are ready to step through. I am not asking you to run. I am asking you to step. Step with me. Step clean. Step watched by heaven and unafraid of earth. This is not hype. This is not entertainment. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you. Let this truth settle like weight in your bones. Your breakthrough is tied to responsiveness, not intensity. Let calm be your confirmation. Let clarity be your compass. Take the step that is in front of you and trust me with the door that appears after. Not early, not late, aligned. My child, listen carefully now. Let it settle. You have been alert. You have obeyed with precision, and the window is open. Now I anchor you. Calm is not indifference. Calm is evidence. Calm is not passivity. Calm is alignment. Your nervous system does not have to run point anymore. You do not need to obsess, investigate, or chase closure. You do not need to refresh the rumor. You do not need to reread the thread. You do not need to play private detective in a story I am already bringing into the light. Your peace is the sign you are aligned, and alignment is how I fight for you. Breathe with me. Feel your shoulders drop. That is me lifting what you cannot carry without losing yourself. This is divine timing meeting your life in real time. Not early, not late, aligned. You asked for confirmation. I gave you clarity. You asked for a plan. I gave you steps. Now let calm be your confirmation and consistency be your answer. You are not behind. You are not missing something essential. You are where I have you, and I have you where peace can guard you. Hear me summarize your path so you can walk forward free. First, ignore what is only noise. Not every provocation deserves your voice. Silence toward noise is not avoidance. It is discipline that preserves alignment. Second, confront what is structural. What threatens your calling must be addressed with clean hands, guided by truth, timing, and a clean heart. Say only what is needed, to whom it is needed, when it is needed. Third, release what is emotional. Some doors close when you stop holding them in your mind. Bless and release. Forgive without re-entry. Love without access. This triad is not a slogan. It is strategy. Ignore noise to keep your peace. Confront structure to protect your assignment. Release emotion to free your future from yesterday's negotiations. Let me speak to your identity as I settle you. I chose you because you endured, not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. I saw your endurance when you kept honoring me without applause. I saw your willingness when your heart stayed soft. While you learned hard lessons, many start strong, few stay steady. You stayed. I do not reward perfection. I cultivate substance. I am not embarrassed by your humanity. I am proud of your humility. What others misread as weakness, I name as wisdom in formation. What you called stuck, I called seated. Seated where I could build capacity without the crowd's commentary. You are not fragile. You are formed. You are not naive. You are discerning. You are not at the mercy of rooms that do not value truth. You are held by the one who is truth. I am not asking you to prove who you are. I am pronouncing who you are. You are one who carries peace without performance. You are one who chooses governance over gossip, substance over spectacle, alignment over revenge. Your name is safe with me. Your next season is not fragile. It is fortified by the choices you are making now. Now place your hand over your heart and receive this with me. Say it aloud, simple and clear. Jesus, I trust you with what I cannot control. Align me, protect me, lead me. Again, Jesus, I trust you with what I cannot control. Align me, protect me, lead me. You do not need longer sentences to be heard. You need a surrendered heart to be guided. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you. Worship is still your warfare. Thanksgiving is still your oxygen. Let worship change the room you are in before you try to change the rooms you enter. You worry, what if the hidden stays hidden? My child, what is hidden cannot survive the light I am turning on. Lies are allergic to detail. Patterns cannot disguise themselves forever when I am the one unraveling them. You will not need to destroy. Truth will stand on its own legs. Exposure will not arrive as spectacle that humiliates you. It will arrive as alignment that secures you. Timelines will contradict. Stories will no longer stitch together. Witnesses will remember. Patterns will repeat where they were denied. And you will be found standing with clean hands, a steady record, and a peace that does not make sense to those who only know how to fight loud. Your assignment now is simple strength. Stay steady, stay discerning, stay soft in heart and firm in boundaries. Tenderness without boundaries bleeds you. Boundaries without tenderness harden you. Your next season requires both, mercy in your eyes and clarity in your spine. I will show you when to be quiet and when to speak, when to step back and when to step forward, when to absorb and when to address. You will not be tossed by every wind because your roots are going deeper than your reach. Depth before breadth, governance before growth, peace before platform. Do not confuse calm with delay. Calm is confirmation that the wind has shifted in your favor. Use it, build in it, pray in it, plan in it, rest in it so you can move when I nudge you. Remember how windows work. They are opened with intention and closed with purpose. I have opened one for you. You have responded. Now walk through with measured steps. Keep your counsel tight. Keep your calendar aligned. Keep your conversations clean. Keep your conscience tender. Keep your courage ready. Let me be explicit about what you can release now so peace anchors deep. Release the compulsion to check whether they are watching you. Release the urge to wordsmith your worth for people who read in bad faith. Release the fear that a mistake will erase your momentum. I am Lord over process, not just outcomes. Release the fantasy of a perfect path. Precision comes from peace, not from controlling every variable. Put your energy where fruit grows, prayer, presence, preparation, and the practice of what I have given you to steward. I am watching over what you cannot see. I am speaking into rooms you do not occupy. I am softening hearts that have been stubborn toward you. I am closing doors that looked appealing but were assignments for someone else. I am amplifying the right witness at the right time. I am keeping you from late-night bargains with your future. I am teaching you how to live unhooked from applause and unshaken by accusation. That freedom is your portion now. Let this sentence sit heavy and kind in your spirit. Your calm, clean obedience is the path. Truth will surface and you will walk forward unafraid. Say it again with me. Your calm, clean obedience is the path. Truth will surface, you will walk forward unafraid. Not early, not late, aligned. Now rise from this moment and do the next right thing with me. Keep your hands clean, keep your heart soft, keep your boundaries firm, keep your eyes on the light I am lifting. You are watched by heaven, covered by my name, and escorted by peace. Walk not in performance, but in promise. Walk clean, watched, and unafraid.